This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Yeah, Vidya. Shall I start? Yeah. Hi all, good morning. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, it's horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, myself, I am Babu. I am having overall 7 years of IT experience into AZURE administration and private clouds and office environment like on-site environment. So, guys, can you please introduce yourself before we are starting the demo? Pound Sai. Yeah, whatever, like you are working or not working, it is not a problem. Can you please introduce yourself? Just normal purpose I'm asking. Chiranjeevi?
So this is Chiranjeevi. I having a non-IT background, totally having 20 years experience in marketing.
Okay,
I want to shift the course in software side, Azure admin
okay,
side. That's what I joined them.
okay, good. Satish? Satish, can you please introduce yourself? Vamsi Krishna?
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good.
I recently joined as a fresher in an organization
Okay,
in software, and I'm interested to learn Azure. Uh,
okay.
is it in this course? Could you please cover Azure 900 also, sir? Basics.
Yeah, basic part we will cover, like those coming in the theory part and everything, but AZ104 is the main part. Like what is going on, like how the Azure administration will work, tenants and the subscriptions and resource group wise and everything. And apart from that, like what will yeah, theory part and hardware part, both like infrastructure wise, like the labs and everything we will cover. So with that, you can write the AZ 900 also.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Kishore.
Yeah, hi. Myself Kishore, and
Yeah,
I'm working as an associate in Cognizant Technologies Solutions
okay, okay,
as a Power BI developer.
okay,
I'm having 4.5 years of experience as a Power
okay,
BI developer.
okay,
So I wish to learn Azure admin course.
okay, clear. Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank
Guys, I'm sharing my screen. Can you please confirm if you are able to visit? See it. Is it visible?
Yes, able to see, sir. Visible.
Okay, okay, okay. So all of you know about the like how the IT infrastructure and how the software companies will work and everything, right? So I will start from the scratch, like what is the Azure admin roles and what is like cloud platform. So how it will go, like those things we will cover here. So first of all, like when you are entering into a software company, the product will be like it's a service-based company or else product-based companies will be there. So the service-based companies like will work. Like they will provide the service to the other clients and they will support the clients and they will work for the clients and they will take the requirements from the clients using the marketing people and business analyst team and then they will work on that. And product based companies we will work like the main product, the organization which they are having the main product, we will work for them, we will take care of everything of it. So here the main thing, as the Azure administrator or a AWS administrator or a GCP administrator, you need to be know about the complete physical infrastructure, the on-premises infrastructure and the cloud infrastructure and the private cloud infrastructure. You need to know. So here in the service-based companies or a product-based companies, like the year 2018 before, everything will be in the on-premises only, or else in the private cloud only. So, what is cloud? What is the term, the main use of the term cloud? Anyone have any idea about the cloud? Anyone have idea? Like what is the term we will use like cloud? Chiranjeevi or any other
According
person?
to according
Yeah,
to my view, cloud is better for the companies to reducing the server side application and all. So, I think
mhm. Any other? Any other?
Cloud is it is useful like a storage where we can store our applications and we can host there.
Yes, yes, you're right. Yes, both are right. So the main thing, cloud computing is an on-demand availability of the computer system resources like data storage and like computing the power. So you don't need to manage anything. Like you don't need to manage by the user and anything. Just you will use their services by using the HTTP or HTTPS portal, and you can access their environment directly and you can perform their operations directly. Okay, so we are having large number of cloud providers. So those are like in the market we will know like Azure, AWS, GCP, and like Alibaba and Oracle Cloud and IBM Cloud. Different cloud platform providers are there. So in this we are having the private cloud and public cloud and hybrid cloud. So what is private cloud? What is public cloud? So private cloud is nothing but the organization which they maintain their own cloud with the some infrastructure and they will arrange some space to that environment. They will maintain their own infrastructure completely, the servers and racks and everything. The engineers will be taking care of all those things. So the infrastructure will be like network, the infrastructure will be like storage, the infrastructure will be related to server racks and that taking the backups and tapes. So everything they need to take care. The people who are from the organization only, they can access that particular private cloud environment. The people who are from the outside, they can't access because there is a restrictions and everything. The private cloud, the data center will be configured for the people who are from the particular private cloud environment only. Okay? The people who are from the different organizations will not access. There is some restrictions. There is completely restricted with the firewalls and security rules and everything. The people who are from the organization, suppose if the organization name is like Accenture, so if they are maintaining the private cloud, the people who are from the Accenture only access that private cloud. Clear? Guys, clear? Any doubt?
okay, sir.
Yeah. Public cloud. Public cloud is nothing but using the internet. We can access their environment using the HTTP or HTTPS URL over the browser. So we can perform any operations like creating the virtual machines and creating the web applications, creating the user accounts, and accessing the infrastructure related services, accessing the platform related service, everything over the internet only. Using the internet, we can connect to their environment using the HTTP or HTTPS browser. We will access their environment. We will pay for the whatever the services we are using from their environment. Got it? Then completely coming to hybrid cloud. So the hybrid cloud is nothing but it will provide the communication or a bridge between the private cloud and public cloud. So I will showcase in the pane just a second. So you are able to see my screen, right? There is no issues, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Able to see.
yeah. In the olden days, the infrastructure will be looks like this. So this is the completely physical infrastructure. Physical means if you are maintaining some organization, so you will maintain the physical infrastructure of the server. So if I want a suppose 1000 TB hard disk and like 8 core processor and like a RAM will be like 64 GB. So if I want to so particular server in olden days, what we will do, the PMO, the project management operations person, will taking care of all those things like purchasing the licenses, purchasing the products, purchasing the laptops or desktop, everything. He will get a quote from the different AMC people and different vendor people, and he will purchase the server and he will provide to the development team or a production team or IT team. So then they will perform their operations. So on that time, main thing here like the physical service server starting layer is OS. So first they will deploy the OS on this. So OS and physical infrastructure like whatever we call like storage, network, we will maintain here. And in the second layer, what we will maintain? In the second layer, we will maintain the application packages. What are we will maintain? Application packages. Application packages, what are application packages? Suppose like SQL database. Yes, it need to support the uh, our applications, whatever we deploying. And another thing, like different supporting packages related to particular software running. So we maintain all those application packages in the second layer. After that, the final layer is application. So they will deploy their applications directly into the top layer. So whatever applications like Java related applications, .NET related applications, any other. So whatever the application is there. So on the time they thought like the user hit count is for this server is suppose they thought like that per day it will be 1,000 users. But the thing is happening starting day, like think first day, they hit like 500 users. After that, it was hit by 1,500 users. So what will happen? What will happen? Anyone have any
Load
idea?
load
Yeah.
will
Yes.
load will affect.
Yes. Load will affect on this particular server. But the server is configured for this 1,000 users. But day by day, start one day 500 users hitting, and suppose the count is less, it is okay. It will work like as we expected. If the count is increasing like 1,200, like 1,100, compulsory the load will affect on that particular server and it will crash, right? Am I correct or not, guys?
True, sir. True, sir.
Yeah. So to overcome this, what we need to expect from the market, what we need to do, like upgradation. Suppose he thought like that 1,000 users are hitting like 1,500 users are hitting, 1,200 users are hitting. So he need to purchase another server. So he purchased another server. So with the expectations, like he purchased say the server with the same configuration, but it took time. Like it took like 15 to 20 days or 1 week time it took. So then the product usage went completely down. Like only minimum like 500 users are hitting the server. So in a such a case, no need with this server, right? So there is no need. There is no usage with this server. So cost effective. So the organization need to bear with like they need to get less profits on those things, and they invested all the things already in this server. So to overcome this, the picture completely came into the market, virtualization. What is that? Virtualization came into the market completely. So using the virtualization, so the configuration, whatever we are making, we will divide those configurations into different parts. Like you can segregate those configurations into different parts. So in the first layer, what we will maintain, same like the infrastructure related, like same like we will maintain. What is that? So in the base layer, like infrastructure, what we will have like hardware.
OS, right?
Yes,
Hardware, right?
hardware related completely coming under the
Mhm.
first layer, right? In the
Yeah.
second layer, yeah, in the second layer, we maintain the Hyper-V. What is that? Hyper-V. So using the Hyper-V concept, one minute. So Hyper-V concept. So using the Hyper-V concept, what we will do? Anyone have an idea? Citrix, VMware, have you ever heard about that? Chiranjeevi or someone, please confirm.
No, sir, I don't have it.
Yes. So hypervisor is one of the like Microsoft product. So which is used to we can virtualize the complete infrastructure. So if you want to create a multiple virtual machines, so it will work like a bridge between the particular hardware components to that virtual environment. So you can create lets you create and run a software version of a computer. So it is called as a virtual machine. Suppose so using the hypervisor, I can divide this hardware part, I can divide this infrastructure part into several areas. So I can create several virtual machines, I can create several servers and everything. But we are using the same hardware component, but it is divided. So using hypervisor, we can divide our hardware environment, the infrastructure, everything into different categories. Suppose this virtual machine is for the server, Windows server, okay, and this is for like a desktop, and this is for the like Linux machine, and this is for the like Ubuntu or any like SQL database. So here same the configuration whichever we are maintaining. So it is dividing into the different parts. So can you please mute yourself? Yeah, thank you. So the hardware completely dividing into the different parts. So Windows Server and desktop and Linux SQL, the configuration whichever we are maintaining for the single server, it will be useful for the different operations. In a such a case, what will happen? The cost will be saved. The organization will be clear cut, like whatever the resources they are requiring, so they will divide. So in here, the storage will be divided into individually for each and every server. Suppose this server they will configure with the like from the 1000 TB, 500 TB, 2 GB RAM, and 8 GB RAM and 2 core processor will be allocated for the server one, and for the desktop they will allocate 256 or 128 GB storage, and 2 GB RAM, and 1 core processor, like that equally they will divide. Suppose if anything happened, the production load will be increased or anything happened on the particular environment, then automatically scale up, scaling. So these concepts like will be available. So automatically it will increase the core sizes and everything. That is the concept completely virtualization. Clear, guys? Till now, do you have any doubt? Hello, hello. Any doubts till now?
My side clear. No.
Okay,
No.
okay, fine. Thank you. So this is the concept completely virtualization, and we are going to the next part. Like as I told, private cloud. Private cloud. In the private cloud, if you are maintaining your organization like this, when you are going to the organization, there is a separate departments are there, HR, marketing. So we will maintain separate room for the complete this private cloud. In this, I will maintain the things, whatever like infrastructure related, whatever required, those things I will maintain. What are those like hardware, related to hardware and hardware and related to network and related to like office environment maintenance like ACs and everything. The owner of this organization need to maintain. He need to taking care of the engineers like data center engineers and data center operations. So everything he need to take care. So the people who are from this organization, suppose this organization name is www.abc.com. The people who are from the abc.com only they can access this environment. The people who are from the outside like you like me can't access this environment. This is completely a private cloud. Public cloud is nothing but so it will be available in the cloud. It will be available in the cloud. So this one is running by the data center will be located physically in some region or some zone. So this one we will access via internet. Using the internet, we can access this public cloud using the HTTP or HTTPS browser. We can perform our operations. We can perform all our the like whatever the operations are there. We can perform those operations. We can work on that like creating the virtual machines and accessing the virtual machines, creating the server, creating the web server, creating the web applications like function apps and different services like storage part, like everything we can perform using the public cloud. If you want to communicate from your on-premises environment, this is completely a private cloud on-premises environment to public cloud. We need a hybrid cloud. So hybrid cloud will provide the communication between private cloud to public cloud. It will act like a bridge between the private cloud to public cloud. Guys, clear? Guys, clear? Any doubts here? This is completely hybrid cloud. So using the hybrid cloud, what we will perform? So using the hybrid cloud, it will act like a communication between. Suppose if the user is the like what we call like a user's environment, like some SQL servers or some servers are located in on-premises environment, and the remaining complete infrastructure is located in public cloud. So in such a case, it need to communicate with each other because so, guys, the SQL server need to communicate with the storage server, right? So, if it need to communicate each other, always we need a bridge. So, hybrid cloud will provide the bridge between the private cloud to public cloud. Clear? Clear? Any doubts? Hello?
Clear, sir. My side clear.
Yeah. Anybody having any doubts? Remaining guys? Okay, fine. So, we are moving into the next concept. Okay. So, next, in the market, the cloud providers, as I told, like different cloud providers, but the main names, the main core names we are listening in the market, like when we are hearing in the market, Azure Cloud and AWS and GCP. And other clouds are like Alibaba and Oracle Cloud and IBM Cloud, like different other cloud service providers are there. But in the market, Azure Cloud, AWS Cloud, and GCP, they are the public cloud service providers. We are using their services and we are doing our operations on this. So, if you have a doubt, like such, you told like Azure Cloud is there, AWS Cloud is there, GCP Cloud is there. Which one we need to choose as a career? Which one we need to select as a career? Suppose, do you guys use like Android mobiles or like iOS mobiles or like any Thunderbird mobile? Most of the guys.
Yeah,
Android.
Android.
Why?
It's,
Easy accessible.
And
First thing.
and
And it will connect with like a number of devices.
yeah, the main thing is user
Easy
friendly.
connection.
Yes,
yeah.
it is completely user friendly, right? Easy to
Yes,
access.
correct.
Anyone, like our parents can access, they can operate the Android mobile. Coming to like iOS mobile, you need at least some like compared to Android mobile, the iOS mobile operation is different. So you need to know about like how it will work. You need to analyze that. At least some education required on that. Like you can't access or you can't perform like any operations like installing the applications, accessing the applications, or like using the different services. They can't support the main services. They can support the services which are from the Mac only the like sorry Mac not like Apple only the products whichever they are having we need to purchase their services and we will access that services we need to work on. Coming to Android, you can go to the Play Store, like you can download anything, you can access the environment like easily, like user friendly. Coming to Thunderbird, that is completely up to high end. The people who are from the educated like with the high end, like they can operate like it's completely different one. So here, like Azure Cloud is like a iOS mobile, sorry, Android mobile. And coming to the market, in the market, 90% is there now. So then in the 90%, sorry, 100% is there now. So in the 100%, Azure and AWS, Azure and AWS, they are sharing the 90% of the market. So 90% of market with the Azure and AWS. Okay. Remaining 5% is for the GCP and another 5% is for the remaining clouds.
GCP stands for
Google Cloud Platform. Okay. And
yeah, correct.
AWS is Amazon Web Service.
Amazon Web
Okay.
Services, I understand.
Yes. Yeah. So coming to Azure Cloud, this is completely you can operate like an Android mobile, and AWS is like iOS. So completely Azure Cloud will work on using the Hyper-V concept. So using the Hyper-V concept, they configure their infrastructure and we can use their services at any time at any cost. Clear? So why we need to choose as the Azure administration as a path? Why we need to select? Why? Because in the market, like in the 2018, before like AWS in the top list, but after that, some network down, like some services are went to down. So on the particular time period, Azure taken the chance to grow. So most of the people taking the services into the Azure environment, like they are providing hourly basis, they are providing user friendly. So the thing why Azure administrator roles, like why Azure administrator jobs are increased day by day from the after Corona in the Corona period? Because everyone from the software organization, they are moved into the cloud infrastructure like easy web providers like Azure or AWS. So that's where the jobs of the like Azure DevOps engineers or Azure administrator or AWS DevOps engineer or AWS administrator. So the jobs are increased compared to 2019 before. There are still there are huge openings are there. We need to grab it. We need to chase the path and we need to work on it and we need to work like a experienced guy, not like a fresher, not like a fake experience or anything. But one thing we need to clear here: who performed all these operations before cloud. So what are the roles Azure administrator performing? So Windows administrator previously, Windows or system admin, right? Have you ever know about Windows administrator or system admin? Any idea?
We have here, but not in-depth
Okay.
knowledge.
Okay. Windows admin, Linux admin, like network admin, like deployment engineer. Have you heard these roles?
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah, I
those are familiar, but as I said, no knowledge about them.
yeah. Chiranjeevi, do you have any idea about Windows admin or Linux admin, network admin?
yeah, sir. I done a course in CMS at 2009, 2008, and at the time
Yeah,
I worked
yeah.
as a network engineering as a 4 years in Gemini Communication and Tata Communications.
Okay, good, good. Yeah, Windows admin in 2019 before and nowadays also in the on-premise environment, they are maintaining the Windows admin. What are the roles of the Windows admin? Windows admin will be taking care of the completely Windows environment, like OS part and creating the production server, deployment server, peer server, everything he will take care. Like creating the users using the Active Directory and providing the access to the users like particular environment or a particular folder, like anything, and repairing the laptops, repairing the desktops, or anything. Those things will be taken care of the roles and responsibilities of the Windows admin. The Linux admin, same, but he will be taking care of the Linux environment like Red Hat, Ubuntu, CentOS. So the Linux environment, missions configuration, directory creation, logs files generation, and light files backup and patching, everything he will be taking care previously. And network admin. So the network admin main role, like configuring the router, configuring the switches, configuring the LAN cables, and configuring the like firewalls roles, and providing the access to the networking, like YouTube or anything, social services, social websites, and everything. So he will be taking care, like VPN configuration and the deployment engineer. So once the Windows admin or Linux admin or network admin prepared the production servers or anything, the deployment engineer will be taking care of the deployment operations, like creating a IaaS server, like web app server, like web application server, configuring the DNS, configuring the DSCP, and everything, like configuring the FTP server, everything he taking care previously. And coming to storage admin, he is completely taking care of the storage part, like taking the backups and everything. But all these roles are covering by all these roles are taken care by cloud admin or Azure admin. Clear? Clear, guys?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you before we are going or we are entering into the Azure infrastructure or Azure administrator role, at least we need to know about Windows admin roles, Linux admin roles, network admin roles, deployment engineer roles, and storage admin roles. Then only You are a successful engineer as a Azure admin. Clear? So, Azure is providing the three services. First one is infrastructure as a service, and next one is platform as a service, and next one is software as a service. So, what is infrastructure as a service? Coming to infrastructure as a service, they can provide the complete infrastructure. They can provide complete infrastructure like hardware, like virtual machines, like storage part, like virtual network and load balancers and NSGs, ASGs, everything they will be taking care. Like the hardware and networking part, they will provide as a infrastructure as a service. And next one is platform as a service. Once the infrastructure is provided, you need to taking care of the next level, like platform as a service, like creating the user IDs, creating the users and everything, and creating the storage part, and providing access to the users, and creating the app like app packages like SQL or MongoDB, any database related services, and like APIs management, like service principles management, everything will be coming under the patch. Software as a service. Software as a service is completely different. Like just plug and play like that. So you don't need to work on anything. They can directly provide the particular software, whatever Salesforce or Office 365, whatever software you require. Just you will purchase the license and you will get the access to the all the applications. But coming to infrastructure as a service, they can provide hardware components and everything. You need to configure platform like application packages and everything. You need to configure the software. You need to deploy the softwares on that. Okay. Next, in the platform as a service, they can provide the infrastructure and platform, but you need to configure the applications, whatever you required as a software. So I will focus one thing, just a second. Guys, clear? Do you have any doubts still now? If you have doubts, you can ask me at any time. Yes, this is the main thing. This is the main thing provided by the Azure environment. Okay. So infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service, they can provide the compute related infrastructure, storage related infrastructure, networking related infrastructure. In the compute related, like virtual machines, containers, storage, networking. So clear. And platform as a service, security and management, like accessing the portal, who need to access it, and Active Directory, like creating the users and providing the access, and multi-factor authentication. Suppose if you are logging with the username and password, you need to provide your like OTP related or else whatever the code you have received to your mobile. So those are the multi-factor, like secondary authentication and automation, like we can configuring like deploying the infrastructure using the infrastructure as a code, like using the Azure PowerShell or command line interface, ARM templates, Terraform, everything, and keywords for storing the keys and everything. If you want to purchase any product, you can go to the store or marketplace from the Azure environment, and like hybrid operations, like Azure AD Connect Health, like connecting the how the Azure AD Health showcasing from on-premises to Azure environment, and API related and backup related operations, operational insight, and import or exporting the data, and site recovery operations, storing the simple information, and other related to compute like cloud, different cloud services, remote apps, and web and mobile related applications like web apps, mobile apps, logic apps, and API apps, and different apps, and developer related services like Visual Studio and application insights and other services, and data related like database related SQL database, Cosmos DB, SQL database warehouse, and IoT related like machine learning, event hubs, data factory, and integration related storage queues, service buses, and media related media services like content delivery network. So all these coming under the platform as a service, and also infrastructure as a service and platform as a service. We need to know all this at least daily, whatever we are using, like virtual machines related, storage related, networking related, Azure Active Directory related, automation related, key vault related, database related. So all this we are going to cover in the next upcoming classes. Any doubts till now? Ashok, Vamsi,
Uh,
Kishore, Satish, Charanjeevi. So
Babana,
yeah, tell me.
what about the snowflake? I have recently heard about the snowflake, something technology.
Okay.
That also same as like cloud computing, or that is different from this?
No, that is different completely.
That doesn't come under cloud computing services.
So Snowflake is the different concept compared to these cloud platforms. So they are completely providing the different services we can access. So like data storage and processing and analytic solutions related. So we will talk personally to you later. Okay?
Fine, 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 fine.
Yeah. Yeah, that is completely a big data related, be a cloud one, but it's a different one. Okay,
Okay.
we will
And one more
later.
thing, which one is better, Azure or AWS at present?
Yeah, as I told already. So suppose I have a loved one like iOS mobile, but what
Android.
will I purchase as first? Yeah, completely. Like because it is a user friendly and you can perform all the operations in easy manner. Suppose if you are stuck with the work at any cost, you can easily search from the blogs. You will get some solution. When coming to the AWS, like when you are providing solution or when you are reading their terms and conditions, like completely accepting the license like that, like finally, so reading the terms and conditions and everything, finally what we will click on, accept the license. Same thing like the AWS. When you are reading their infrastructure related information and when you are accessing their services, completely it is confusing. But coming to Azure, it is completely user friendly. The naming convention, suppose tenant, subscription, resource group, and resources, keyword, Azure Active Directory. Those words will be already from past 10 to 12 years. We are listening the different words related to these concepts. So these words are upgraded to that Windows platform. So it is an easy one. So coming to AWS, their instances names also like EC2, S3 bucket. So for storage, they will call as S3 bucket. So when we call in the market, when we say S3 bucket or a storage, so the storage will be the word will be easy to identify for the everyone, right? When someone using the mobile, hey, your mobile storage is full, yeah. That's why it is not taking to save any word, any files or anything. In such a case, what you will do? Yes, you can remove your files and everything. When you say, hey, your S3 bucket is full, yeah, you need to remove the files and you need to store the information. So the naming convention wise it's different. The the services wise it is different. And Azure, it's completely when you are working on the Windows desktop or Windows server, how you are user friendly, same like you feel like here also. Clear? And
Yes, yes,
their
yes, yes,
services,
clear.
yes, yes. Nowadays their services completely using by the different high-end customers also. Like they can easily access their environment. They can easily access like this infrastructure and security related also. Azure providing the lot of services. Okay, and finally, we are moving into the next part. Within 5 to 10 minutes, I will close this session. If you have any doubts, you can ask here. So, you guys are able to see my screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. So, next part completely. If I want to create a virtual, like before going to that, so I am showcasing the architecture of the Azure infrastructure. Okay. So how the Azure infrastructure architecture will be looks like. So in the Azure infrastructure, we are having a top level layer tenant. What is that? Tenant. And under the tenant, we are having subscription. What is that? Subscription. Under the subscription, we are having the resource group. Under the resource groups, we are having the different resources. So those are virtual machines, those are like anything. So under the resource group, we are having the different resources. Virtual machines, as I told previously. So or else like storage parts, or else Azure Active Directory related services, or else any other different services. All these are called as the resources. All these are the Azure resources. So these resources are connected with the VNet. What is that? VNet. This one is the network. So if you want to communicate from one device to another device, what we require? Anybody? Please confirm. If you want to communicate from one device to another device, what we require? Suppose if you want to send a
I-
message,
I-
WhatsApp
Internet,
message,
no?
yes, network, right?
Right.
Network is required. When you want to communicate from one device to another device, we require a network. Here we need a, like we call it as a VNet, right? This one is, this one is, this area completely is VNet. Under the VNet, we are having the subnets. Under the VNet, we are having the subnet. This black layer is subnet. So when you created the VNet, the large scale of network is created. So you need to segregate this network. So in a such a case, we will maintain the subnet. Using the subnet, we can divide. We can divide the network into the different parts. So from the starting onwards, I will explain. So what is tenant, what is subscription, and everything. So when you are taking a subscription, when you are purchasing a license from the Azure people, first of all, they will provide a tenant to you. So tenant is nothing but it will define the organization details. Every organization will have a tenant. So the tenant will define the organization details. Okay. So the tenant will define the organization details. And under the tenant, we will having a subscription. What is subscription? When you are taking a subscription from Amazon people or AHA people, why we need a subscription? What is the usage with the subscription? Any idea?
For access permission, sir. Nothing but.
Yeah, if you want to access their services, if you want to use their services, you need a subscription. Using the subscription, we can perform the all the operations, right?
Right.
Like suppose if you have taken Netflix, 1,000 rupees subscription, they will provide the 4K HD clarity and 4 years of access like that. If you are using taking 500 subscription, so they will provide like 1 user access to the mobile, and it will be like 360 GB clarity of the video clarity and everything, no HD clarity. So those type of services depend upon your charges you are paying, the charges you are paying to the particular service provider. For that, you need to provide the your username, like the name of the user and mail ID and mobile number and your personal details. Then you will get access to the environment. Same thing like here also. When you are using the Azure services, you need to provide your subscription details like your name and your password, like your personal details and your credit card details and remaining other things as well. Okay, using different subscription, you will get access to the Azure infrastructure. The like whatever the services you are taking, like pay as you go, like free or else enterprise, like partner. So accordingly, they can provide the services to you. And third one, resource groups. Resource groups is nothing but it will represent the group of the resources. The group of the resources is called as a resource group. Suppose it's a storage account or a VNet or a virtual machines or any other services. These all resources are coming under a resource group. So, because if you want to find easily like production related resources or else peer related resources or else other environment like testing environment related resources or else DR related or a sandbox like R&D related environment. So, you will divide those resources into different parts, or else East US region related resources, or else India related resources. So you will divide like this. So all these resources are coming under a particular resource graph. So easily find out all these resources. Next, when all these resources need to communicate each other in the Azure cloud platform, we need a network that is called as VNet. Virtual network is easy to, you can communicate from one resource to another resource, or else one device to another resource, or else Azure environment to on-premises environment, or else Azure cloud to AWS cloud or any other service cloud provider. You will provide a connection between this environment to that particular environment. Subnet. Subnet is used to divide that particular VNet IP addresses, large scale of a VNet IP address into different it will different parts. Suppose /16, it will represent the 16,656 IP address. So if you are defining all these IP addresses into all the missions, you will get a confusion, because what are the IP addresses we have provided to production environment, QA environment, or else the development environment, we will get a confusion. In a such a case, what we will do, we need a subnet. Subnet will define it will divide the IP addresses into different parts. Suppose development team, yes, 256 IP addresses will be allocated to them. QA department, testing department, like as a QR testing, like production environment, R&D environment, marketing environment, HR environment. So, in a security purpose, easy to access purpose, the IP addresses will be divided into different parts. And what is resource? So, whatever the services we are using from the Azure infrastructure, those are called as a Azure resources. Whatever the services, any services, it is called as a resource. Guys, clear? Guys, clear?
Yeah,
Any
good,
doubts?
good, good.
So everyone clear with the infrastructure, like what is like, sorry, not the infrastructure, the architecture wise. So we are completely, creating the infrastructure using the Azure portal and using the automation like PowerShell, like command line interface, ARM templates, and Terraform. So using Azure portal manually as a you can create the virtual machines and everything. But coming to PowerShell, so it is completely like a automation. CLI also a automation. ARM templates, it's a automation. Terraform, it's a automation. All these four are infrastructure as a code. You will deploy the infrastructure into the Azure environment. Okay. So guys, clear? This is the complete demo about the Azure environment. So if you want to access the environment, like using the portal.azure.com is the website for accessing their services. Okay, you need to provide your username and password, then you will get access to the Azure infrastructure. Okay, so how we will manage the resources, how we will create the resources, how we will perform the operations. So how the roles and responsibilities of the user, like the Azure admin will work. Those things we will cover in the upcoming classes. So the classes will be start from after Diwali, Wednesday onwards. Daily morning 7 a.m. the classes will be held on. So if you have doubts, anything related to course content or your fees related, you can contact to career IT people. So that's it for the day. Do you guys have any doubts?
What is the duration and what is the timing you said? I didn't hear it.
Yeah, those things we will share in the the career IT people will contact you. They will share remaining things related to duration, course content, the lab part, everything. They will share to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Vamsi, Kishore, Satish, Chiranjeevi, do you have any doubts? How the flow, are you guys are able to understand the course? Is it is in a speedy manner, like it is in a slow manner, how it is looks?
Demo part is good, sir. I have one doubt regarding
Yeah, tell me.
MS Azure admin required any script or development skills, sir? Any script or
Yeah, at
developing
least
programming knowledge?
no. Nowadays you can sustain in the market, like using the Azure portal, you can create the virtual machines or a resources or a monitoring part or creating the storage part. Yes,
Mm,
but coming to upcoming days, you need to
mm,
know about at least one thing like PowerShell or else command line interface or ARM templates or Terraform. But their basic level I will cover. But in the coming after 2 years or 3 years, you need to be a automation. Everything will be in the automation, but depend upon the project. But I am not sure. Suppose you went to the a very long back end project, so they are
mm,
using normal environment. So
mm,
you will be work like in the portal itself.
yeah.
Depend upon it all. But if you're having an idea or else you are having a subject knowledge on that particular Azure automation, like any automation, that's good. But the
Okay.
logic is different. The logic is same, but the usage is different. Like PowerShell, we call it as a different commands. CLI different commands we will use. In the ARM templates, we will use the different commands like the Terraform. But the logic is same, like defining the subscription details, tenant details, variables details, like
Mhm.
naming details, location details. That is the same, but I can
Oh,
cover in the upcoming classes as a basic level as I promised.
oh.
Okay. Any
What
other
about
doubts? Yeah.
the interview process and all, sir? What is that?
Yeah, definitely. I will give my best, like related to mock interviews and everything. I can support you guys. but reference and everything, those things will not like your, but mock interviews and everything, like how to prepare for the interview, how to prepare the resume, how to prepare the profile in Naukri, those things I can help you if you are a
Okay.
genuine candidate. But if anything, any openings came into my picture, definitely I can. But this is
Okay.
completely my personal. This is not related to career IT team, so I'm not sure. But like as a trainer, I can support like related to market interviews and related to resume preparation, like
Okay.
profile script preparation and everything.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, but the thing is, like you guys need to every day need to cover like the real time practice, and you need to ask the doubts every day. So you need to perform like you need to take subscription from the Azure portal from the starting day onwards. Suppose if you say like, sir, there is no credit card, so I will take after some time. So like that, it will not work because in the previous days when we are practicing the system admin, Linux admin, network admin role, it took lot of time, but like we need to purchase the server from the CTC, and we need to purchase the remaining things from the outside, like any server or like license and everything. But coming to nowadays, just it will be in the fraction of seconds, the practicing and everything. You need just a credit card or else a Azure portal access. Within the fraction of seconds, you can get lot of subjects from the cloud environment. You need just a laptop or a desktop, internet, credit card. That's it. You will become a Azure administrator in a month. So use this opportunity and grab the jobs and change your career path completely. Clear? Okay. I am wind up this session from here. So if you have any doubts related to course content and everything, just reach to Career IT people. So the classes will be starting from Wednesday onwards after Diwali. 7 a.m. IST, we will meet in Wednesday. So if you have doubts, anything related to course content or anything, you can reach to Career IT people. Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for joining the session. Have a great day.
Sir, can I get your number, please, sir?
No, you can contact Career IT people. They can,
Okay.
they will be
Okay.
in touch with you. Okay?
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yeah, yeah.